I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 3 finale. We're going to start off with Lawrence's performance. I think he did a very good job. I could have done without like the backup dancers and like his extreme costume he had on. But I guess that's his image he wants to go by, like all the extra. But that little hat he had on his head, it reminded me of on In Living Color when Damon Wayans' character had that little video hat on to the side and he always said, hated it. That's what it reminded me of. But, you know, his performance was really good, and all the girls, they came out to support Lawrence and everything, and Nene and Kim, they still hadn't said anything to each other since Miami, and they each like, we ain't here for all that, we're here to support Lawrence, even though I think Kim was like, I guess you could say, scooping out of the competition, as sort of. We gonna move over to Sheree. She auditioned for, I don't know if it was a movie or a TV show, but she gets there and she's, you know, saying her lines, and there's like, you know, you're not convincing me. When you're mad, you don't step away from somebody and just say it and be all posed like, and she's like, well, I'm doing it the way you tell me to do it. There's like, no, you're not. We're looking at you as you're doing it, and you're not doing it right. And I guess she didn't want to be considered a ghetto or stereotypical black woman angry. But like, when you're angry, I don't care if you're man, woman, black, white. When you angry and you mad at somebody and y'all arguing, you gonna be all up in their face like that, not da 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 da. So finally she comes together and just like gives, I guess, her best job she could, and she already's like, I don't think I'm gonna get the job because they were giving me all kind of bad critiques and everything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We gonna move over to Cynthia. It's like, I don't even know how many days for the wedding. I mean, the wedding is, I think, the next day, and she still needs money for like all the beverages and everything, and she's tapped out, Peter's tapped out. I don't know if her mom and sister, they couldn't have it, or they wouldn't give it to her because they don't really want her to get married to Peter. They just see this marriage not working out. So her dad calls and he's like, you know, this month was a bad month. I've been spending left and right. I don't have the money. She's like, oh my goodness, what I'm going to do? I'm already stressed out because we don't have any money. Oh my goodness. So finally her mom comes through and gives her the money. And I think it's like the day of the wedding. She's like in the park crying because she's already getting it from her mom and her sister. If this isn't feeling right, Cynthia, then don't do it. Don't go on with the wedding. We're going to come back to Cynthia and the wedding in a minute because that was like the basis of the whole show, the majority of the show, her wedding. We're going to get over to Phaedra. Phaedra's baby Aiden, he is 8 weeks on that episode last night, and Phaedra, it's time for her to go back to work, and she like showed me a different side of her. You know, when she was pregnant, she's like, oh my goodness, can't wait to get this baby out, he's tying me down. But last night's episode, she was like, this my baby, you know, I'm leaving him for the first time, you know, this is the first time I didn't like actually left him for this period of time, and I'm going back to work. She's tearing up. She don't know what she's going to do. She's like, I got to get out of here now, or I'm going to ruin my makeup. You know, I'm leaving my baby for the first time. I was like, oh. But then in the same sentence, she was holding him, and he's 8 weeks old, but she's not supporting his head. And she's just packing him around like he about like 8 or 9 months old and can support his head now. Now, I was looking like, hold up, you know, Faye, just hold the baby's head now. When him wobbling like that and hurt something. We gonna get to Kim. Kim, she and Candy, they get together to discuss, I guess, them working together. Cause I don't know who it was, but somebody Kim contact, I guess, told Candy how she's like, I don't know if she's doing side deals, but she's not coming forth with Candy. And Candy, she wasn't really appreciating that. He's like, if we having business, just me and you. You know, you don't go to no second party or third party for all that stuff. And Kim, when she was doing her little, I guess, one-on-one with the producer, she was like, I thought the producer just does this and, you know, the artist should do something. I don't get paid more or whatever. But you know, when you're producing, you're putting a lot of time and effort into doing things. So there's like, from now on, we're going to have things written out. You know, you're a lawyer, my lawyer. I think that's what they said, but I'm paraphrasing. But you know what I'm saying. We're going to handle this, you know, legally, not you, my friend, I'm going to give you the hookup and this, that, and the third. And I understood that. We get back to say that it's the day of the wedding. And she's getting dressed and everything. Then she realized, oh my goodness, where's the marriage license? And I don't know why, but I was like, what if her mom and her sister got that thing and so she can't get married? And lo and behold, they did have it. They don't want her to get married so bad that they're like, well, let's just keep this to ourselves. That way the marriage won't be legal. I still don't know if they actually gave it to her in the end or not. But her and Peter, she walked down the aisle. It may have took her a long time, and everybody's like, uh-oh, she done ran again. But she made it down the aisle, and her dress was not, you know, the normal white dress, which, you know, she should have been wearing white. Anyways, it wasn't like the normal white dress that, you know, brides usually use. Hers was like a grayish, like green color, and it's really poofy. And I thought it was really cute. And she wore it well. We gonna get to Miss Nene. Nene's son Bryson. I think it was like the first episode of this season. She was telling him, you got 90 days to get your stuff together, save up some money, get your apartment, and he still hasn't done that. He did cut his dress, so she's happy about that, but he still wants him back. And she's like, well, you're going to have to get this together. I got some stuff for you to do. You need to take Stud to the dentist, some other stuff, which I think, you know, when you're taking a child to a dentist, I don't care if it's just for cleaning, you should be there with your child and not somebody else. I can see if you, like, you know, single parent and you gotta work and you can't get off, yeah, maybe somebody else. But, you know, Nene, I don't know what she was doing that day to where she couldn't took him, or she was just wanting Bryce to have some more responsibility around the house. But then we're gonna move over to Nene and Greg talking. They haven't really spoken much since, I guess, that little fallout they had when he was on the radio saying how he done gave her $300,000 for everything to become who she is. So they haven't really talked since that argument. And Greg was like, I'm sorry the way I treated things, you know, I wish things could have been better. And Nene is like, she wants her marriage to work, but she done heard the same story over and over again, and she's getting tired of it. And she's like, even if I don't want my marriage to end, but even if it does, I still want us to be good friends because we do have a child together, and you have been in my oldest son's child for the majority of his life, and I want us to be cordial with each other. And they were. I guess they're going to be. We're going to get to Kim. Kim's over at her house, laying on this, I can't think of what it's called. It's not a couch, but it's like a little lounge chair, I guess. And she's calling Sweetie, and she got a microphone. And I'm like, oh my goodness, no, she does not have a microphone in her house trying to call Sweetie. But that was before I realized that she had surgery. So I was like, okay, I'm going to let you slide on that one, because I just thought she was just doing that just to be annoying. But anyways, her boyfriend, Croy, I don't know what his last name is, but she met him at Sheree's little play she did. So they've been going together for a while. She's like, my daughters really like him. I done took off Big Papa's ring. I guess we're going to be getting serious. And, you know, I don't feel right having Big Papa's ring on while I'm dating him. And she's like, everybody's going to be so surprised that, you know, we're dating for real and all this stuff. So I guess good luck to you, Kim. That was like the gist of the episode. Dwight was there, and, you know, him and Nene, they patched things up for a minute. They did a little dance and all that stuff. I want you to thumbs up this video, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and video sponsors are always welcome. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.